Hi and hello, watch fans, and welcome to the Real Time Show with me, your friendly neighborhood watchmaker Rob Nuds, the friendly neighborhood jeweler Alon Ben Joseph, and the friendly CEO of Frederique Constant, Niels Eggerding, here in a very warm, very quickly warming up glass onion outside the Pavillon at Geneva Watch Days 2025. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Thank you for braving the bridge. It took you a while to cross because I'm sure everyone was stopping you and saying hi, and you made it in one piece.
Yeah, I don't want to be that popular, but no. The trick from the bridge was everybody stays already yesterday here in Geneva, but I'm living in France, and my mother came over. My wife, of course, is there, but I'm the whole week gone. So I said to my mother yesterday, "I'll come home. I have a drink with you." And then I had to choose this morning to leave, but then it takes more time than expected.
And his mom is a rock star. I've met her. I hung out with her. I had drinks with her. And as they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So this is a shout out. Mrs. Eggerding, you rock, as your son rocks. Niels, good to see you. Welcome.
No, I'm happy to be here.
Is it different for you to have fairs in your hometown? I mean, Frederique Constant is based in Geneva, Plan-le-Hout. So is it different? And if you go to fairs abroad?
Yeah, way. This is the best one for me. Although, I mean, I like Dubai Watch Week, for instance, also. That's also much more like an informal set. This one feels home. And it's very informal, it's very dynamic. I mean, we don't need to wear the tie. Everybody says that, but it's really the case. It makes it low profile in terms of approach with each other. I like Dubai Watch Week, for instance, also. That's also much more...
For your two brands, Frederique Constant and Alpina, what do you guys do at Geneva Watch Days? Where do you exhibit?
So we are the Beau Rivage. So we have also, of course, here, we exhibit here at the Pavillon, but we have the Beau Rivage, we have on the top floor, I think Moser is there too, so I didn't go there yet. But we have there a suite, and we have over 130 journalists coming. So for us, it's purely driven on media and communication. So our yearly agenda is focused on watches and wonders. Then we have definitely a strong product lineup for Geneva Watch Days. And this year it's also Dubai Watch Week. So you have three hard punches to do communication.
Can consumers visit you guys in the Beau Rivage?
Yeah, sure.
Which is literally bang across the road here. So if you are coming out this week and you're watching this live stream, definitely make sure to go see both Alpina and Frederique. I believe you're on the first floor. I saw the boards.
No, we're on the top floor.
Top floor, the fifth floor?
Yeah, I think it's a new floor. They're renovating the Beau Rivage, so we have been able to manage the top floor there.
So consumers can come in without an appointment, right?
Yeah,
it's walk-ins.
Sure.
So laid back.
Yeah.
Go see the new perpetuals.
Yeah.
You launched that Watch and Wonders.
Yeah.
How have they been received for you guys?
Yeah, very good. We are always a bit skeptical with more expensive pieces, although you can debate if it's an expensive pieces for a QP. Times are different today. I think the hype of the horlogerie that everybody buys everything, it's a bit over. It's a bit more to a normality. So I was a bit skeptical, and so we trimmed down the production capacity because we could produce more, but we on purposely decided to do lower numbers. So we kept production under control, but everything is sold. So everything is sold to retail, and the sales already start by selling out while we don't deliver yet in large quantities. So I'm very happy with the launches we do. And we have like the Salmon launched in Watches and Wonders. We have a lineup of blue, silver, and a beautiful yellow gold version. First time we do yellow gold with an onyx dial. That launches now, and we even have still one piece left for later in the year.
To be launched.
To be launched.
Now, what I love about Frederique Constant and also Alpina is you guys don't neglect the ladies. And
no.
I say neglect on purpose. You've launched a beautiful manchette.
Yeah.
Clou de Paris styled cuff bangle watch, I'll call it.
Yeah.
A bracelet watch.
Bracelet watch. Yeah.
How has that worked for you guys?
I'm gonna put my jacket out and listen to you because it's really getting
It is truly a sauna
really
here.
well. Yeah, you lasted 4 minutes and 44 seconds, which is
I knew we'd go live,
longer
so
than
I
I
still
thought.
wanted to be a gentleman wearing a jacket, but I cannot resist. So the manchette, it's interesting because When last year we looked at trendy products from the big brands, and we were looking. We always do that because I think we are not a trendsetter. We really look. Okay, where is the gap to jump in with a product that suits the DNA of the brand? And typically, we could see in watch connoisseurs that they picked up those kind of dress watches, men and female, from several big brands. And then we looked at the portfolio of brands, what is available today. That product was simply not available. So, and we had it in 2002 already in the collection. So we took that product. I told my team, please make something modern, more modern from this time and show me. And the good thing is it's of course hosted by a quartz, it's driven by a quartz movement, so you go quicker with development. They came once back and forwards, and we came to a final product. And that product, when I had it in my hand, I said it's going to be a killer. I could see it directly. Since 13 years I'm working for Frederique, I have not seen a traction for a collection we launch as we do now. It's unbelievable.
I've seen it at Watches and Wonders. What I do is when I enter a stand, any retail space I enter, I look at people. How do they interact with windows, shop windows, products if you can touch them. At Watches and Wonders, you can touch products. I looked at journalists. And then in the aftermath of the fair, I look I hate the word influencers, but okay, let's call them the media content creators or digital creators or whatever they are. I look what they do. And then, of course, in the feminine space, it got picked up. Then what are your KPIs as a brand? Is it selling to retailers and then also sell out? And when do you label something a successful launch or a failure? And do you pull the plug?
Yeah, that's a good question. So first of all, we have a network of retail and a product that is close to our DNA and in a sweet spot of pricing where I do believe every retailer should have it. That's the first KPI. So the sales team has a KPI that has to sell it in any retail. So if a retailer doesn't pick up, it's like a Volkswagen retailer who doesn't have a Golf or a Polo, correct? So that means the sales is failing. So he needs to go back to the retail, explain the story why we need this product in the store. Then we do the campaign, the communication campaign. It was embargoed at Watches and Wonders. We released it in May, June with a big bang, and then we moved like constant drops of communication. And then the biggest KPI is, of course, sellout. Yeah. That's the most important thing. And this is flying out. I mean, we cannot keep up with production or delivery. What is super interesting, of course, because we came from far with the brand. And I've been there for 13 years. And lady collections, we've always had 60-40, 65-35. But bringing in the lady collection that hits right away is the most difficult one. Bringing in the lady collection with a bracelet, it's even an extra complication. So I'm super happy to see that it went well.
Where are you finding the most success worldwide with this piece? Is it globally spread around evenly, or is it certain markets that are really outperforming?
I would say less Asia, strange enough. I think they really pick up these kind of trends slightly later. You have influencers there, you have connoisseurs who picking up those kind of pieces, but the mass less. The biggest hit is US, Canada, and Europe.
Wow, okay. Talking of the different trends and the time it takes for different markets to pick up, I guess you have dedicated teams working on figuring out how to crack those different markets around the world, different sets of partners, different influencers and whatnot. How complicated a process is that for a brand to identify? Is it a lot of trial and error, or how do you do it?
No, it all goes together with. Listen, we have an organization. We are owned by Citizen. It took me 9 years together with Citizen to be very close with them, understand culture with each other, and learn from each other and collaborate. We come to a point now where these kind of launches, it's prepared from day one with those markets. Okay. You cannot escape the US with a product launch as strong as the Manchette. So they need to be involved from the beginning. Meaning, if you develop a product, you need to tease them already. You need to work with them already. And then you need to discuss how we're going to launch it. Bring the face together, bring the heads together of the marketing, the communication department, thinking of the US having 500 people working there. They're the second biggest brand in the US. Number one is Rolex, number two is Citizen.
Right. Okay.
So they have an army of people. in the ground. They have an army of people of communication department. They have everywhere people. So using their knowledge, bringing that together with my team in Geneva, bringing them together with the team from Asia, that's the success rate. And then find an agreement how to execute it.
Well, that's a good question. How do you execute it? Because it sounds like a massive, massive task to mobilize. Yeah, you've got 500 people working with you, but that's a huge number of people to communicate the same message to internally.
Yeah.
And then for them to communicate that externally. What does it look like, that process? Do you bring people all together for presentations so everyone's on the same page? Is it something that is done on a sort of man-to-man basis?
No, it's like Yasmina. It's our communication director. She has like weekly calls with those markets to really constantly refine and adjust and align until you go live. So that process is preparation, let's say discussion engagement, that's first. Then it's action preparation, and then it's really execution. So it's like 3 steps that needs to be done where you constantly follow each other in the process. Not an easy one.
No.
It's a very complex one, and you're not going to score 100%. But if you score of that plan 50 to 60%, you should be already happy. That's basically the ratio.
So 13 years with the company now.
Yes.
You've overseen some incredible developments, things that we never thought we'd see come out of Frederique Constant, for example, given the accessible price point. Things like the monolithic oscillator and constant innovations and aesthetic refinements. What do we expect to see in the next 13 years? Will you still be in the same position, or will you be somewhere else by then?
Listen, nobody knows the future. It has been ups and downs also for me as on the helm of the company. It's not an easy job, especially not when you have been merging companies like Citizen, Frederique Constant. You lose people, you gain people, you have to hire key people. We have been going through COVID, very complicated. But I do feel that I'm not done with this company yet. So, and it's ups and downs again. But the great thing is the brand is so unique. We have such a big potential of growth. And I'm driven with the passion that I want to make that big growth with this company. And until that's not done, I'm there.
Is that kind of thing ever done? You know, because if you keep going and you keep having the success and you get more and more, you think, oh, well, do I really want to walk away? And if you did walk away, do you have any idea what you'd walk away to? Would you leave the industry entirely, go live on a boat?
I could live on a boat, but not now yet. I mean, I'm too energized for that. So you get addicted to it a bit, and that's the danger of it also. That's what my wife and my kids always tell me. The moment you have a job where passion comes close to the work and the enjoyment is there, it's basically addiction. So we can say whatever we want, but it's like the heroin we take every day, correct? So
yeah.
And walking away from it, it's the most complex one. But being effective and strong in the job, that's definitely the result. So, but you need to find a modus in it, and the older you get, the better you will be in this.
I was thinking about this the other day because, my passion is watchmaking and I'm lucky enough to have made a career in it. But I have other interests outside of watchmaking, like sport, for example, specifically American sport. I love it. And I was thinking, that's necessary to have that. You do, even if you work in your primary passion, you need something else to blow off steam, to get away from it a little bit. Because, Alon's the same. He thinks about watches 24/7. He wakes up, he thinks about watches when he's cooking, he thinks about watches when he's walking, he thinks about watches. What do you think about when you're not thinking about watches, or are you similarly obsessed?
Yeah, no, I've developed also my routine in the past years. I need a little bit of meditation and sport in the morning. So I have like an agenda, 6 o'clock in the morning I wake up. I do like high intensity sport. My philosophy is now I'm getting close to the 50. Your heart is your biggest muscle. I've seen, for instance, in the past, my father, small things when you want to go out of the pool with your arms and you get older and suddenly you cannot do that anymore. That's for me the sign, that's what I want to avoid.
Scary.
So that sport in the morning is for me evident. Having an ice cold plunge in an ice bath or a pool, I love it. It gives me like 4 hours of dopamine. So that's a little bit of a routine that I built in to be strong, energized, and to be sharp. But I love food, so that's one of the reasons that I have to sport.
Yeah.
I love a good glass of wine. Luckily, my wife too. And I can sometimes combine it with work, but definitely with my wife together or with friends, we enjoy good food and a good glass of wine. That's my escape.
Do you cook?
I definitely cook.
Yeah. I get
Barbecue, cook, fish, I do everything.
lovely.
Yeah.
I guess you get exposed to a lot of interesting cuisines around the world with all the traveling. That must be one benefit.
Sure. Japan, I've been there now 15 times, 2 times a year. I go there for the AGM, Board of Directors meeting. They bring me out for food. It's the #1 country. They have such a beautiful kitchen and the food is so amazing. And then quickly #2 is for me, Italy.
Okay.
And that's closer by. Correct?
Classic. Yeah. So you've been traveling an awful lot. You always travel an awful lot. That's part of the role. Obviously, it is difficult to balance being away from home with having a personal life and a family. But what is the favorite place you've been? Maybe it's Japan, but the favorite place you've been that maybe you didn't expect to like, because you get exposed to all sorts of things.
Well, I don't have one specific place that I admire to go weekly or monthly. Definitely for me, Europe. Although there's a lot going on in Europe, I still see the beauty of that. If I go to visit, we love to go to with the car. I love driving. I go by the car. We go to the Monte Bianco, and then we go to Aosta. We have the first stop. Aosta is Italy. And they have beautiful restaurants there, and it's accessible in price. But you can have like a 7-course dinner, and then we talk about lunch. And then you drive through, and then you drive. And you have a little hotel booked in Torino, and you go to Torino, for instance. Beautiful food. You have a beautiful steak there. You can have a nice walk. Again, a nice food, nice bottle of wine. You rest, and you go through again. If I do that for 4 days, what I did for the holiday, that's pure enjoyment for me. So that's Europe. I don't have one place. I love Spain, I love Italy, I love Switzerland, but I love Holland. I love to go in Europe. I don't appreciate that much, let's say, outside Europe. It's for me work. I probably could love it, but I don't enjoy that much.
Switching gears from high and lows and beautiful things, I believe the most beautiful collab you guys have done is the one with Seconde.
Yeah.
Great success, I think, for the brand and also for Romaric Andre. If I collect my
That
thoughts...
you, by the way, prepared for me, you remember? You brought us together. We have to say this. Because
Thank you.
He's so humble.
I didn't tee it up for that, but thank you. If I collect my thoughts, 2025 didn't see a global collab yet. What is your stance on collabs for the brand Frederique Constant?
Yeah.
Do you think that the trend is fading? And are you guys going to launch collabs this year?
Yeah, we have
Still.
So I think it's changing a bit, although I think still there's a lot of market available to jump in with collabs. We both discussed that it might be a bit squeezed, yes, because we are in the forefront of watchmaking. But until that's squeezed, you can still squeeze it for the coming 7 to 10 years. But you want to be innovative, you want to do something new. We have definitely something lined up, very interesting one. 2 strong ones, I can tell you, for High Life, for the Frederique Constant High Life. That will be launched in the coming 4 to 5 months. It's a unique piece even, never done before, and it's going to be one collaboration that is setting the tone for a new collection in the future. Then my view on collaborations, it's much more strengthening your collection. So I don't want to do that much single drops of limited editions. I would like to do a bit more long-term collaborations where you can differentiate with your brand and where you can attract a consumer and you can attract it to the story and bring them through the story with your brand, where the consumer basically tells you, I'm waiting for another product that those collaborations are going to bring. That's much more my aim. So it helps your brand still to get outside the comfort zone, but also to tell the story stronger with someone outside.
Thank you.
Brilliant stuff. Well, no, I think we're going to wrap it up there because, to be quite frank, we need to open the door and let some air into the glass onion. Everyone is... Niels has already taken off one item of clothing, and if we carry on, you might have to take off a few more. And although the comment section looks like they very much like that, extreme sport in the morning's obviously working out for you, we better knock it on the head. So thank you to everyone for watching this episode of The Real Time Show. It's the first time I get to say that, really. We'll be back very soon with much more content. So stay tuned to all of our channels. Stay safe. Keep on ticking. Thanks, Niels.
Thank you very much. Good.
super warm. I have the impression that I'm burning even.